In Activity 10, Color Filters and Sight, students observe the effect that color filters have on sight. They use what they know about color and filters to explain what happens when color drawings are viewed through color filters. Finally, they create drawings that change when viewed through color filters. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 10, sheets of white paper, color filters, and crayons. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 10 for each student. Each student will also need 2 sheets of white paper. Each team of 2 will need a box of crayons and 6 color filters. To begin Session 1, recall that filters allow only certain colors of light to pass through them. Then inform students that they will be studying the effect that filters have on their sight. Next, divide the class into teams of 2 and distribute the materials. Give each student a copy of Activity Sheet 10. Invite students to explore their surroundings through the filters. The colors of objects in the room will appear to change according to the color of the filter the students look through. Have one team member take out a green crayon and the other member take out a red crayon. Have each student lightly draw small dots of color covering about 1/4 of a sheet of white paper. Instruct them to look at their sheets first through a green filter, then through a red filter. Then have them swap sheets of paper and look again through the green and red filters. Ask students, what happens to the dots? They will see that the dots disappeared when the sheet was viewed through the filter that was the same color, because the filter makes the paper look the same color as the dots. The dots turned black or dark brown when viewed through the other color filter because all of the light reflected by the dots was blocked by that filter. Next, explain that they will look at dots of different colors through different colored filters. Have the students record which color crayons they will use to draw dots and through which color filters they will observe the dots. Then have them predict what color they think the dots will appear to be when viewed through the filters. Some students may go about this experiment methodically, trying one filter with one color of dots at a time, while others may draw a patch of many different color of dots and look at them through the various color filters. After about 10 minutes, discuss the results as a class. Students should have found that a colored dot, when viewed through the same color filter, becomes harder to distinguish from the paper. Ask which filters do a good job of removing other colors and which do not do such a good job. Some filters, such as yellow, allow many colors of light to pass through them and so do not dramatically affect viewing, while other filters, like red, block out many more colors. Next, ask students, do the colors and the paper get darker or brighter when you look at them through the filters? When the colors change, is it because you are adding colors or removing colors? Help students understand that the dots of color that disappear when viewed through a color filter of the same color may appear to get brighter, but they are not really changing color at all. The darkening of the paper background makes it seem like the dots get brighter. The same goes for viewing red or green dots through a yellow filter. Nearly all the light from the dots passes through the filter, but the paper reflects less light, so the dots appear brighter by comparison. The filters absorb colors, so when the paper and the dots change color or turn black, it is due to color subtraction. To conclude Session 1, have the students return the filters and crayons to the kit. Remind the students to save their activity sheets, as they will need them again in Session 2. To begin Session 2, distribute a box of crayons and a set of 6 color filters to each team and a second sheet of white paper to each student. Guide the students to think about how they could draw a picture that would change when viewed through different colored filters. Ask students, would you want to use filters that do a good job of blocking other colors of light, or filters that let many colors through? Students should understand that using filters that block out almost all colors, with the exception of the color they want to remain visible, would work best. Then ask, if I wanted to make a picture that looked sunny through a blue filter, but rainy through a red filter, what colors should I make the sun and the rain? Students should respond that the sun should be red and the rain should be blue. Through the blue filter, the rain disappears and the sun stands out. Through the red filter, the sun disappears and the rain becomes visible. Encourage students to come up with their own ideas for pictures that change when viewed through filters, and allow time for the students to make and test their drawings. Finally, when all of the students have had the opportunity to test their own design, have them exchange drawings with their partners or with other teams and encourage them to explain what they see. To conclude Session 2, collect the boxes of crayons and the color filters and return them to the kit. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.